Hello, hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm really thrilled you're all here today. Big welcome to all my new subscribers, as well as those of you who follow me on a regular basis. Mwah, mwah, hugs and kisses to all of you. I can't do this without you, and I'm thrilled you're here to have a play with me today in my studio. I'm literally in here working and thought, oh, I should turn on my camera and show you what I'm working on. I'm making some lovely pocket tags. I guess they're a tag. They're a pocket. You could glue them down or use them as a tag. And I thought, well, I'll just turn on my camera. I have a big mess going, as you can see. And so as I was getting ready to start my second and third one, I thought, well, you might want to see what I'm making. So here it is. It's a lovely little vintage French vintage style shabby tag, pocket tag. And I have made a lovely little tag to go in it that you could write on. I used a piece of embossed, this is watercolor paper that I have done some aging to, and a copy of a lovely vintage letter that I received. You know, I bought a bunch of vintage letters, and so I made some copies, and this is from 1906. And so this is a copy of a letter, and the funny thing is the paper is a light green, and when I made a copy of it, when I scanned it, it turned blue, which is awesome for what I'm doing. I left it blank on the back so it could be used to be written on, or you could just kind of leave it like this, glue it together, and just make it a sweet little, goodie to put in your tag. So that's what's in this one. I have used some French blue here. This is a copy or a scan of some vintage wallpaper that I purchased. I used some vintage lace and some tags from Sam Poole. And the papers, I think, come from, can't think, this one might be the Graphic Fairy, or it could be Ruby and Pearl. I'm not really sure which papers I used. But anyway, there's lots of places to find that. So this is what I'm working on today. Oh, and it's backed onto some parchment cardstock. So here we have it. So that's what I'm working on. I have some goodies on my desk, some copies of some documents, and the same things I was talking about that I'm using. So I'm going to pull some of this off. I have a stack of old notepads that were my dad's, that were in a box among his things, that are just perfectly yellowed and yummy and perfect to back tags with. So I think I may use those. And I've got a little bit of that painter's paper and some scans of some real wallpapers that I have. They're not in kits. These are real wallpapers that I have in my stash. And then I have some tags that I'm going to be using, and those are from Creative Cafe Girl. So that's what I'm using there. I'm cleaning up a little bit of my mess here. And then I have a kit from Sam Poole. These are her snippets. And I also have, oh, there's another piece of that paper. That's the wallpaper. I've got some music paper that I'm using. And then a kit from Ruby and Pearl. Here, they're bits of kits. I've just grabbed a lot of things to decorate these little tags with. All I did was take a piece of cardstock, fold it in thirds, and ripped it down. And then I folded up the bottom. I don't know, let's see, how big is this? My height overall ended up being, I was just plain, I ended up being about 6 inches, and then this ended up being 2 inches. So out of the 8 inches, 8 1/4 or whatever, however big my pad was. Oh yeah, I ripped some off the top too, just to make it a little bit shorter. So there you go. 6 inches is a good height, I think, for putting in your journal or on a journal page or as a gift. And this is what it looks like without all the gunk on the desk. So I'm going to set her up there to inspire me. And what I did was I just ripped down the paper by hand and glued it on the back of this one. But this one, I took the paper and I wrapped it around so that the back could be decorated as well as the front. So it could be, just kind of a free standalone piece, you know, your standalone piece for these tags. So that's one of the things that makes it kind of unique. You can see I ripped the edges here, but that's not going to show, so I'm not going to distress it at all. But I am going to go ahead and glue this on here, since this is what I was doing when I decided to. I have on my grubby old sweatshirt, so excuse that. I'm not wearing a nice shirt today because I really was in the middle of working on these. I've been trying to get them done for a couple of days, and, you know, interruption after interruption. So it's like, I wanted to have a video for you guys, another video this week. So let me just, well, how are you guys? Anything new and exciting? What are you guys up to? You know, I always ask that because I really want to know. I love it when you tell me. If you don't have anything to say, that's okay too. If you're shy and you're new to watching my videos, welcome. You don't have to be shy here. Just say hello. Hi, Laurette, watching your video. That's all you have to say, or I like it, or I whatever, you know, or just say hi. Just say hi. Let me know you're there. Gosh, I love all of you, even the ones I don't see of you. Ladies and gentlemen. I do have a few gentlemen who watch me every now and then. Hello, hello. So this is glued on, but I didn't do a particularly good job. I've chosen to use Fabri-Tac on this for a reason. For one thing, it doesn't wrinkle. It doesn't have any water in it, so it doesn't cause any bubbles. And I haven't found it to cause any weird reaction with my papers, but we'll see what happens. So then I take the rough edges and I kind of bend them up a little bit to age them. And, you know, just do a little bending and stretching here. Give it some age. Now, I want to put something down here. So I'm going to get a piece of... I want to make sure this is on here good and tight. Okay. Get that. I want to, let me get out my vintage photo. Okay, so I had it out and then I put it away. Don't ask me why, because I have no idea. I want to figure out how long I want to make this. So I want to cover this pocket. So let's kind of, I'm not going to do a ton of measuring today. I'm just going to kind of hand fold it. Okay, so I kind of want to go, oh, that's crooked as heck. But this wallpaper was crooked when I scanned it. I did a terrible job scanning, I have to tell you. I was appalled at my scanning job. Well, it's half on the thing and half not. So, yeah, I purchased these wallpapers from Ruby and Pearl years ago when she used to sell wallpaper. I don't know if she does. I don't think she does anymore. But this tag was actually made in honor of her and was put on Instagram because she recently lost her husband unexpectedly. And so we're all, those of us who follow her and buy her stuff, you know, we're all doing tags on Instagram to let her know we're thinking about her. So that was my tag for her. I'll put these on there too. And then, you know, we... Okay, so what I want to do is I want to wrap this around. I'm not going to glue this down because I want to have, I learned this from her, that you want to have some space all the way on the sides. If you glue it down, you don't have that. So I'm going to go ahead and I don't know how much of this I'm going to rip off or keep. So I'm just going to, that is so uneven. I hate to get my paper cutter out, but I might have to. Well, we'll see what happens when I wrap it. Because if you wrap it around to close it, I'm going to move this down. I'm going to glue it on and do that. It's a little crooked, but I don't care. I'm not trying to be perfect here. You'll see why in a minute. I think it'll be okay if I wrap it around. The only thing is there's just a wee bit up there that's going to drive me crazy. So let's just maybe cut it just a bit straighter. Oh, this. Oh, and I printed this wallpaper on linen. God, copy paper. And it's resume paper, linen resume paper. And oh, it's got such a, I don't know if you could see the texture. Let me see what you're seeing. Hopefully this is filming. Yes, it is. Can you see the texture and the paper? It is just fabulous. Looks like real wallpaper. Oh, I've been filming for about 10 minutes, I just realized. So I better write myself a note so I remember to stop. Because, you know, when I start playing like the rest of you, I forget to quit. I could look up and it'll be a 3-hour video. No one wants to watch a 3-hour video. Well, I can't say that. I mean, you could maybe watch it in sections. I used to watch big, long videos. When I used to watch Reset Girl before she quit doing that and moved on to something else, she would have 3 and 4 hour videos and I would sit and watch them. But my dad, in all fairness, my dad had just passed away. And so I wasn't up to doing anything. So she was my company and kind of honestly my savior during that horrible time. And I was so stressed out trying to manage his estate. And he had trained me for like 3 years to handle his finances. So I had my hands full when he passed. And he had a will and a trust, but he had not done anything for his funeral. So, you know, my sisters and I had a heck of a time. We had to do all of that ourselves and didn't, you know, luckily I knew my dad very, very well. So I knew what we needed to do. And my younger sister helped me put the whole thing together. So that was easy. But anyway, during that time, Reset Girl was my savior. Oh gosh, I spent so many hours watching her show, her videos. I started when she had her home, and then they moved into, which I think they're still in. I don't follow them anymore. But they sold their home and moved into a trailer, thought they were going to travel the world and see things, and it didn't quite go the way they thought. But I loved her, and her husband Mark, and Corey and Mark, adore them. Still do. Alrighty. Okay, so you see we have a pocket. It goes all the way to the edge. There's no glue because I just went around it. I hope that made sense what I did. I left this open too as a little pocket in the back. I don't always, but this time I did. I left that open as a pocket. So it's actually double-sided at this point. I'm going to put a little more ink back here. Okay, now to get this nice yummy edge, if I can find them, what did I do with them? Oh, I ripped down some of that painter's paper, and I'm going to pop this back here. I'm going to cut it down a little bit. What did I do with my little scissors? Did I put those away already? I gotta stop putting stuff away. Just making life hard for myself. I'm going to put that down in there. I should have put it on before I glued it, but that's okay. I can do it a couple ways. Just kind of fold it to give it that unique little look. Let me see if I can. Just realized I have the radio on. Ooh, I hope the sound bots don't hear it. YouTube gets fussy. They put you in jail for like 30 days to a year, depending upon. That happened to Corey and Mark. They lost their YouTube channel for a year. They were put in YouTube jail. And so they had to find another way to get their videos out there. I think for one of the years that I watched them, they were not on YouTube. They went to Facebook. And that saved their cookies. And then you just kind of, you know, bend it around to give it this aged look. If you don't have really old paper, right? And we'll just give it a little zhuzh. Okay, so, I don't know. I'm having one of those weird days where I fell over the cat. She got under my feet. I didn't know she was in my studio. I walked in. I opened the door. I didn't see her and fell over. You know, she got tangled in my legs. Poor Misty. I was so worried I hurt her, but I darn near killed myself. So, not pretty. And then dropped one of my medications down the sink. The other one I dropped in the bottle of water. I'm having kind of a rough start. Oh, I love that. Is that the same one as I used? Yes, it is. No, I can't use that one. I don't want to use that one again. I want to see what else. I love these tags. I thought maybe I would use some of them today. I would see what I have here. Ooh, oh, I love that. Maybe instead of ladies, I think we'll use roses. How about a rose today? That's pretty. Or maybe, do I like the double roses? Do I like the double roses? You know, because I'm worried about the radio. So I am going to close the door. The cats are right outside it. I will leave it partially open so that they are not freaked by the closed door. But I do not need to get in trouble. So I do worry about stuff like that because I have friends who, like I said, have been locked out and put in YouTube jail. So I don't want to go to YouTube jail. No, no, no. Alrighty. So now this tag is a little bit flimsy. So I think maybe what I might do is use one of these old notepads of my dad's. And I mean, the paper color is so yummy. See how yellow it is? I mean, when you look at it against, let me see if I have a white piece of paper here. Of course, you know, you never have what you want, but I mean, look at how yummy that color is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I think this one is quite old, 1960 or 70 maybe, when he worked for that company. So it's old for a notepad, you know what I mean? It's not old in the scheme of things. It's definitely not Italy old, but I mean, still. And it has a lovely line around it. I almost hate to cut it up, but I was looking to see if it was wide enough. I could just keep the line at the top and bottom and get 2 tags. It's kind of thin. I love it, but it's a little on the thin side. I have this. I don't know what this is or where it came from, but it has a tiny little rose on the back. So I think I'll just put it on the back of this tag. Wouldn't that be cute? What do you think? Okay. It was a little chilly this morning, so I thought I'd put on my sweatshirt, and it's my grubby sweatshirt. I mean, it's just like nubby, you know, from the wash. Ugh, don't you just hate that? All right, I can use glue stick on this because my glue stick doesn't have water in it, so I think it's okay. But I love working with a Fabri-Tac, although my skin doesn't like it, but it's okay. It can get over it, right? Now, where did I see that cute little rose? My dad must have saved this. This was one of his pieces of junk paper. Definitely one of his pieces of paper. He was so funny. He used to save all that kind of stuff, the backs of cardboard. And I wonder where I get my paper fetish from. Can't imagine. My mom was thrifty, so she saved everything. But my dad, I don't know. He just had this thing about paper. When he passed away, my sister said, when she cleaned out his room at the nursing home, she said that he had piles and piles of napkins and everything squirreled away in the string. He had things hidden all over his room. And he had dementia really bad when he passed. From age. It was age dementia. He was 95, so lived a very good life. But he had that at the end, and so one of the things that his dementia manifested to was he was hoarding paper, which was, oh, wrong edge, doggone it. Well, that tag's just going to have an unusual bottom. Unusual bottom. The bottom half of the tag is unusual. Oh. Okay, let's get this on here. This is so much fun. I love creating these. I thought, well, let's turn it on, see what you guys think of it. Now, I do need to punch a little hole, and I'm going to want to put a One thing I had out and put away, I don't know what's going on with me lately. I just keep putting everything away instead of leaving it out while I'm working on it. But too much clutter does make me crazy, and I'm already crazy enough. So let's see. Let me move this stuff to the side. Oh, get that over there. I'm looking, I have a couple of different cards. I was looking to see if I had another card besides that Michael card. I was kind of tired of looking at it. Here, we'll use this one. That's my old bank card from years and years and years and years ago. We'll use that one for a while. Yeah? Okay. So, I want to put a reinforcer label. Oh, I've quite a reach to reach that. I need to move my chair over a little bit. Hold on a minute. This chair is great. I don't have any problems with it. So I have a bunch of, I kind of see all the pretty colors I make. I take my ink and ink it. What color do I want? Do I want a really dark pink or I want a light pink? Trying to match that. That's not so easy, right? Oh, let's do this one. I'm hoping it's not too big for this, but it looks like it might be a little bit. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. So I have them, I ink them in all colors, you know, so that I can just do that and I don't have to worry about it. I might just play with the back of this tag a little bit. Oh, look at that cute little rose. Oh, hi, Daddy. Oh, he's been on my mind a lot lately. I'd tell you guys a weird thing, but I don't know. You'll just think I'm crazy, so I don't think I'll tell you. Oh, I guess I could tell you, but don't think I'm weird, because I'm not. I'm a Christian, but I've had some strange things happen since my dad passed away, and not long after when he was living with me for a while, he would come into my studio to talk to me all the time. When he couldn't find me, he knew right where I was. I was always in my sewing studio. And he'd come looking for me, and he'd sit down and watch what I was doing and ask me questions and talk about stuff that was on his mind. And there was always a lot on my dad's mind. Oh my goodness. Wondered where I got it. Now I know. So he would come into my studio and talk to me. Well, right after my dad passed away, all of a sudden, I swear, my husband will attest to this, and so will a few other people in the family that have seen it. One day, I was struggling over some paperwork that he had left behind that I had to take care of, and, you know, I was having kind of a tough time with stuff, and all of a sudden, I'm sitting in there and thinking deep thoughts, and the lights pop on. I about had a heart attack, literally, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought it was a fluke. Well, after that, anytime I had not taken care of something he needed me to take care of, or I let things go, or we were very distressed, or something was happening, the lights pop on. Yesterday, I was sitting in my studio, and I kept working when I should have been eating, and I was tired, and I hadn't rested. I had not slept the night before. And all of a sudden, the lights pop on in there. And it's like, yeah, Dad, I know. All right, I'll go rest. I promise. I know I didn't sleep last night. You guys, it's the weirdest times. My husband's downstairs. He's not playing with any remotes. The air conditioner hadn't come on. The heat hadn't, nothing. They just popped on. And, I mean, it's a well-lit studio. It's full of halogen lights in the ceiling. So we're talking, it lights up the whole house when it goes on. You can't ignore it. So, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I know strange things happen all the time. So, yes, my dad is with me. I thoroughly expect those to go on today or right now. I have the door closed. I can't see. For him to let me know I'm there. Now, I don't know if it's an energy. Someone said it's probably his energy. And I'm like, well, yep, could be. Ooh, I put this paste on here. And it's a speckling paste. I think I showed you guys in one of my videos what I used. And look what, oh, isn't that pretty? I think that's going to go in along with this tag. Excuse me. I kind of have the hiccups. Hold on one second. Okay, wow. So, I think I'll use one of those. I have this is my envelope full of all those goodies that I did. And I thought it would be fun to put that in there. and maybe I have some vintage Victorian velvet on this. So I'm going to just kind of go over it with some color or whatever's on here. And I'm going to kind of go around the edge because this picks up the blue. And then if I put a little Victorian velvet around the edge, give it a little bit of color to kind of pick up the pink in the wallpaper here. I thought that might be pretty. So anyway, don't think I'm weird or off the wall. I just had to share that. I don't want any controversy here, ladies. And gentlemen, I just had to tell that little story. It took a lot for me to tell you that. That's a very private thing, but it's a weird thing, and I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a short in the electrical. We've had it worked on. We've had it grounded. We've done everything, and nothing has changed that. So, and it hasn't happened for a really long time, and sometimes we'll go months, nothing. And then it's like all the time, and you're like, what is going on? So, stranger things, I'm sure, have happened to people. So, we all have our things, right? Anyway, what else do I want to put on there? Maybe some lace or something. I'm going to set that aside for a moment. I want to do the other base piece. Oh, where did it go? Okay, it's off to the side here. Oopsie. Okay, we have that all glued on. So I glued that on already. So this time, instead of wallpaper, I want to use, if I can find it in the pile I just created off to the side over here, I want to use some of this. I embossed some wallpaper. Not wallpaper, sorry guys. Got all flustered there. Music paper. So, oh, that's just the right size, but it doesn't wrap around. So I guess I'll use a regular piece. I wanted to use that, but maybe I'll use that inside here or something. I'll use it some other way, right? Okay. Yes, I have some music paper slightly ripped down or ready to go. So I want to, I'll just turn it upside down because it'll be easier to rip. This board is slippery. This background that I made, I never thought about it when I did it, that it would be so slippery. Oh my goodness, it's crazy slippery. Hopefully that's the right height. Let me see. Oh, because I don't want that to show. So no, it wasn't. I need to go up a little bit more. My husband just brought me home some lunch. Yummy, yummy. I didn't eat breakfast, so that means I got to eat lunch. Hey, and no making fun of me with my story, okay, guys? That was a real personal thing I shared with my friends here, so. Or negative, bad comments. I still think I got the wrong line here. I'm going to end up ripping it in the wrong place, aren't I? I like the ripped look for this, and I'm not one who likes to rip. You guys know that. But I've kind of fallen in love with that for this particular project. So, yeah, that works really well. I would love the trebles to show, but I can't get them on there to wrap it if I wrap it. So, and I want to wrap it. All right. Oops. Goodness gracious. Hand-eye today. I did sleep 9 hours last night, so it's not like I didn't sleep, but I am a little behind. Let me put that up there. All right, I'm going to wrap it around. This time I'm not going to leave it as a pocket, because I don't have the back covered. Now, I could cover the back with paper or do something, but honestly, the parchment paper is so pretty as is. I don't really feel like I need to. Now, this may not reach. Oh, I got lucky, you guys. Look at that. It just reached. Talk about lucky. I didn't ink it, though. I'm going to kick myself later, but that's okay. What are you going to do? Oh, I guess I can ink it now. So this becomes very neutral and very vintage. Now, I was watching a video from another YouTuber, crafter, Scrimping Mommy, I think it is. And she was saying that she loves vintage, but the problem with vintage that she has is that it ends up being all brown, white, cream, beige, right? And she feels like there needs to be some color, and I agree, which is why I have pink and blue in this. As much as I love vintage, I don't want everything to be colorless. I love color. If you saw someday I'll show you pictures maybe, my sewing room, you'd see bright, vibrant colors everywhere. And I mean, I love color in general. So, but I do love this work because it's also very soothing to work with vintage pieces. And I am using vintage pieces. But now, do they all have to have girls? Maybe not. Let's see what else I have here. Well, here's some plain ones. These are just like that. Oh, it's cute. Let's see, what else do I have? I haven't looked at these in a long time. I could use Philadelphia. Hotel Burgundy. Ooh, that's cool. That's French, which we do like. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. Okay. I thought, why not use these already made tags? I was going to use Ruby and Pearls, which I think I still will. We'll cut those out in just a minute. Grab the wrong ink. Whoopsie. I think I better put that away. The Victorian Velvet. I'm going to end up with it on something I don't want it on. I mean, I don't mind using multiple colors of ink, so I'll just go over this with that. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Let's grab some of Heather's kit here. I love this. I think we need this. I think we need this. I do think we need this. I'm not going to... Oh, you know what I could... Well, can I? No. Well, maybe. Let's see. That was bugging me. Could you tell? I've been having just some strange things happen around the house the last few days. Ay, it's crazy in here. All right. I want to use one of these flowers. You know me and roses. I got to have a rose or I'm not happy. Okay, I was thinking what... I know, dangerous occupation, right? I'm thinking. I'm joking, guys. Really. Gotta have some fun. Can't all be boring. Sometimes I think when a video gets too serious, it's like, okay, girls, lighten up. And guys. Although, I guess there's times when videos need to be serious. I just don't want to make those anymore. I want to have fun. Okay. Now, this is on cardstock, so I don't feel like I need to. This is a good weight. It's a 65 pound. It's fine. It's just a light cardstock. So, I can think of some things I might want to do with this. Let me get, hold on. Oh, I got to get some stamps. Oh, good thing I got up. Oh, stiff today. Alrighty, let's see. What have we got, darling? I have French stamps, but I don't know that I have any. I don't know which one are my French ones anymore. I've gotten all my stamps mixed up. I used to have them page by page, and I've gotten confused and mixed them up. And I don't know which ones are my vintage ones anymore. It's just, it's one of those things where I think I like that. Do I have another color I like better? Could do green, maybe. That's kind of pretty. Maybe we'll do that one. I liked the brown too. They both, I mean, there's no wrong answer when it comes to stamps, right? So, whoopsie, come back here. Oh, no, you don't. Now, what did I do with my, oh, there we go. Definitely want my art glitter glue for this. I have not given up my art glitter glue. Never going to happen. I feel like I want to. things are a little too pristine. Got to get them aged up a little bit. Okay, now what? Oh, I know now what. Let's see. Oh, excuse my reach. Oh, let's get out some of my favorite stamps. And let's do some stamping here. I'm just going to barely put any ink on that. There. We want it to look old. And we want to add a little bit of the canceled look. And I'm just going to barely put that on there. There we go. Okay. And I'll leave those on the block to be cleaned later. I'm getting a pile on my desk. Oh, I do have this cute little word that says Paris. I think I'm going to stamp that on there. There we go. Put that on my block to be cleaned later. All right. Doesn't that look cute? All right, so we've got that to go with that. We'll figure out what we want to put on here. What else do I want to put in there with this? Anything? Oh yeah, I love these. I think I'll cut them out. This one, I don't think I want anything around it. I think I'm going for a green theme there, don't you? It sort of looks like it. I'm not going to get rid of that bit. Isn't that yummy? Oh, goodness. Okay. In fact, I may put that on something. Alrighty. I'll go ahead and cut this out this far and then figure out, put them in my ephemera thing. Okay, I'm going to use that one. I love that. Isn't that gorgeous? Ooh, these colors are so yummy. Okay, let me put these off to the side. I have quite a pile here. All right. Oh, I know. I want to put the paper on that one before I forget. Where is it? Okay. I kind of pre-ripped this so that you wouldn't have to watch me do the tedious ripping thing. So let's figure out our length here. I might pull that off because I don't need that. And let me ink this. Take it from new paper to old paper. That's why we do it, right? I'm expecting an Amazon delivery today. Oh, there he is, right on time. I ran out of paper to print, so boy, do I need that delivery. Amazon to the rescue. Woohoo. What would I do without good old Amazon? My husband was joking that I went shopping at the craft store, so obviously I haven't been placing as many Amazon orders, and he was telling my cousin when she stopped by yesterday that Amazon sent me a letter saying, "We miss you. Where are you? Why haven't you placed an order today? Are you sick?" He was kidding, but I'm sure Amazon gets used to certain addresses, and then all of a sudden they don't see it, and they go, "Where is that person? I've parted ways with my Amazon driver." No way, that's never going to happen. I was given some Amazon cards for Mother's Day, so yes, I've been freely shopping at Amazon again. for paper and glue and stuff like that, you know. But I did buy some fun things I'll share with you guys. I did go do a little fun shopping. So, oh, you guys, oh, I'm going to kick myself. Guess what? I forgot to share with you something I made. Aha! I was going to finish some, do some more, but I didn't get to them yet. I made these. Remember, I think these were the pockets that go on the envelope. These are the index cards. I think I did a video for these. I hope I did. Hopefully. You saw it on maybe Wednesday. So they're done. I added a little bit of lace and some pearls and flowers and some, vintage lace and some cheesecloth. And then I added, I was talking to my granddaughter who was visiting, and my two granddaughters were here, my two oldest, my 15-year-old and 10-year-old. And we were chatting, and I was putting a little bit, I just wanted to put a little bit of sparkle onto my flowers. And we're chatting away, and all of a sudden, before I know it, I have gone crazy and added stickles to everything. So anyway, they came out really pretty, and I'm really happy with them, and they're done. So I want to share those with you. I have some more to do still, but I thought I would share those with you before I put them in my finished box, and they're never seen again, you know. So, brain dead. I meant to show those to you at the beginning, and I completely forgot. So where were we? I was sort of all over the board, but that's kind of how I work when I'm not on a video. I kind of, you know, my tummy's going to growl really loud. Okay, hopefully you don't hear it. I can't really turn the sound down. It's 12:30. I'm starving. So, as soon as I finish this, it's off to lunch. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. Do I make it a tag or a pocket? Or I think I'll make it just a journaling card. I'll add some goodies to it maybe. I can use something. I'm just not sure what. I know this one needs its, put a little brown dot on it. A little circle reinforcer. There we go. These things are amazing, and they're so much fun to play with, especially when you colorize them. It's not hard to do. So here we go. Let's do our hole. I need the big one because the little one's not going to work. Hopefully I've been on camera the whole time. I set it up myself because hubby was out, took some things to the post office for me and went and got the cars washed and, you know, out doing the chores, I guess. I do want to, I just realized I needed to back that maybe to give it some, I mean, they have some back to them, but I would like something else on them. Did I have any more of that cardboard left? Did I use it all? I don't know. Seems to me I saw a piece over here when I was cutting stuff out. I've got myself in a right royal mess over here. Good thing you can't see it, or most of it. Oh my goodness. I need to throw some things on the floor or something. There. At least it's off camera. Goodness gracious. I don't need to see that mess. I love this color paper. So this was that paper that was I just used a minute ago. So let's glue that on there, and I'll just poke a little hole back in it before I put my brad in there. I haven't put the brad on yet. I mean the brad eyelet. Where are my words? I have left me. Temporarily anyway. So let's put that on there. I get that to the very edges this time. And let's cut this out. So another creating day. Are you guys doing any crafting? You never say that you are. You must be making things because, or why would you watch these videos? Well, maybe you just like the entertainment. I don't know. I guess you could. or you just enjoy crafting videos, which I do. I mean, I watch them all the time when I have time. Usually when I'm feeling very uninspired, I'll go watch some crafting videos. Because we all have those days. I haven't been inspired lately. So the inspiration just kind of left me. Oh, I am excited to share that my son is bringing his little family to California this week. We won't see them until next Monday, but they'll be in the state. And they're visiting my sister-in-law's brother and his family. And then they're going to come see us Monday the 23rd. It's my middle granddaughter's birthday. Her 5th birthday. So we're going to have a little mini birthday party. So I got lots to do for that. Boy, do I. I've got things to wrap, and I've got to go get some stuff from storage that I've been keeping to give them next time I saw them. And so I do have a few things to do, which is why I wanted to get my video done, because I was thinking, I better get it done now. There we go. Now I can put the eyelet in. I'm just using the antique gold eyelets, because they look nice and old. You know, that's what I'm going to want. So where's my little... There we are. Yep, it went all the way through. Perfection. Not that no, this is perfection. That is perfection. Okay, we're going to have to figure out what we want to put on there. We'll come up with something. Maybe some lace and some wording or something. That one's decorated. This one I feel like it needs a little something from over here. So these are the snippets from Sam Poole. I've been talking about her a lot, I know, because I have been using a lot of her stuff lately. There's a cute little snippet right here, but getting to it, good luck, right? See if I can get there. I did not pre-cut these because I really didn't want a box or a envelope full of little goodies all over the place and then not see them. I just see them better when they're flat on a page. But I realize it does take up a little bit of space on the video to cut stuff out. Oh, you guys, I think I better check my time. I knew this was going to happen. I'm playing away, having fun, and not paying attention to my time. So let me see what I have. Where did that other one go that I made? Yoo-hoo, pocket. Where did that pocket go? Oh, I've got it. There it is. Okay, let me see what we got here. Oh, it says I have 10 minutes. But I'm never right. Seems like I always end up going way over when I forget to write down in advance. So, let me... Gosh, I've got stuff everywhere. Okay, let me... I want to find some lace is what I'm looking for. Some snippets. I need to make some little lace snippets, you know, some little tiny bitty. So I don't have to make them, you know, when I'm working. I want something a little bigger than that. I think that's just a little too tiny. How about this one? This is all tea-dyed vintage lace that I did. I actually tea-dyed this back in the, I don't know, 70s or 80s. Tea-dyeing became a big thing for dolls. And I was making folk art dolls. And that was the look, was old. And if you didn't have old fabric and stuff, you tea-dyed everything. And that was the first time I really started seeing that kind of stuff way back then. And then it's funny how it's back now for those of us who do this. So I'm looking in my little bucket here to see what I have I can throw in there. I know what I want, but I don't know if I have any left. Oh, here's a piece of fabric. And then I'm going to add a button to this in just a minute. I was looking to see if I could find any. I thought I had a bunch of pieces of, I do, a little bit left. I thought I had more. I'm going to have to cut some. There, burlap. I was looking for some burlap. I don't know if that's going to look good on there or not. We'll see. Let me see. Put a little burlap. There we go. I feel like this piece right here is just a little too big no matter what. Like I need to just take it down a tiny bit. Okay, let me do that. And then let me kind of, this stuff is very tightly woven and it does not want to fray, which is fine. It's what made it good for tablecloths and clothing and stuff back then. I think I made I know I made a lace vest out of it. And lace vests were very popular, I think, in the 80s. Okay, so let's do that. And I will need the fabric tack for that. Or, yeah, what would be good? Let's do my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher. And then I want to add a vintage or antique buttons. I'm kind of looking for one. I see one that has some thread already attached to it. Yeah, these are very old buttons right here. I purchased those from I think they're French actually, from French Garments, from somebody in Europe. So super excited to get those. I had a thing where every time I saw buttons, I bought them. So I've never met a button I didn't like. I have 5 pounds of buttons I haven't even finished sorting yet. I sort them by, you know, like this, vintage looking. I could stitch through, but I don't want to stitch through that vintage thread. Okay, we'll let that dry. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, that's going to be adorable in there. You know, I didn't even check to see if that was going to fit. Oopsie. Oopsie. It did. Whoo, that was close, you guys. Totally close. Then we have this one. This one, I feel like it needs some script on it. My little French script I do. Oh my gosh, the pile's getting bigger. You know what? I think I'm just gonna... There we go. I needed something. That was sort of bugging me, being just plain like that. Okay. Put that up there. I'm going to use that on something. Wow, could I use it on this? Yeah. I mean, I could, but no. All right, so this is started, but not completed. The same as this one, but I'm starving, so I'm going to go have some lunch. But you get a clue as to what we're doing. Next time I do the lace and the numbers and whatever else I'm going to put on here, and I'll probably use some of my little Tim Holtz mini paper clips. I just got a new shipment of these from I want to put some of those on there, maybe. We'll see. We'll put a little paper clip on that one, and maybe we'll have one over here. This one needs another piece, so we'll figure out what else I'm going to put on there. And that's it, you guys. I think it's been a good crafting day. I'm going to keep on working when I turn this off, but I'm going to go have some lunch first. I hope you all enjoyed that. You have a fabulous Friday and a wonderful weekend. And I will see you all again, hopefully, on Monday. I love you guys. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye, you guys.